Hydroxychloroquine is a word we have been seeing in the news due to the latest times. The corona pandemic has undoubtedly created havoc in the world. Yet all the doctors and other healthcare professionals are working for its cure day and night. All the pharma-based industries are doing their best to save lives. While all these are happening on one side, we need to ponder and reflect on the great idea of medicine. People during the ancient times believed that diseases such as flu or a fever was punishment from the gods. Superstition and ritual practices were on the high side. It was during these times a man from Greece builds the first school of medicine, starts making medicines, and explained that diseases were not punishment from the gods but the result of some kind of imbalance in the body. He is said to be the paragon of ancient physicians and is credited for coining the oath that doctors take even today. It is the Hippocrates, of course. Hippocrates was a Greek physician during the age of Pericles and is considered one of the most outstanding figures in the history of medicine. He is often referred to as the father of Western medicine in recognition for his lasting contributions to the field of medicine as a founder of the Hippocratic school. Hippocrates believed that the body must be treated as a whole and not as a series of parts. He was the first to accurately describe disease symptoms, including the symptoms of pneumonia, epilepsy in children, clubbing of the finger, lung cancer, Graves' disease, celiac disease, heart valve infections, and many more. Dissecting a human body was a taboo in ancient Greece. And because of this, it was hard for Hippocrates and the other doctors at that time to gain a thorough knowledge of anatomy. His medical treatment relied on gentle methods such as rest, fasting, washing wounds with clean water. He rarely used more invasive techniques like surgery because he thought that these methods would often bring more harm than good. The Hippocratic school, or the medical school of Hippocrates, gave importance to observation and documentation in clinical practice, teaching medical practitioners to record their findings and methods in a very clear and a professional manner so that these records could be easily passed down to other physicians. In fact, it was Hippocrates who coined the term epidemic along with many other medical terminologies such as acute, chronic, endemic, etc. The Hippocrates corpus is a collection of 70 medical books that are considered to be the oldest known books about medicine. But long before the Hippocratic oath was written, a sage from India had written a medical treatise for doctors called as the Charaka Samhita. Only a few are aware of the noble contributions made by this man named Maharishi Charaka, who is also known as the father of Indian medicine. This man created the human anatomy and physiology in a way that it perceived to all the functions. The ancient medical manual Charaka Samhita is regarded by many in the West as alternative medicine manuscript, and it's a guide to lead a healthy life. The compilation of medical treatises enshrined in this Samhita also forms a foundational text for the ancient science of Ayurveda. This Samhita also describes about 1 crore of plants. And Charaka always emphasized on the influence of diet and activity on the mind and body. He has proved the correlation of spirituality and physical health contributed greatly to diagnose science. While Hippocrates had documented about the popular theory of 4 elements or humors within the human body, that is the blood, yellow bile, black bile and phlegm, Charaka explains something very similar in his Samhita. Charaka stated that the body functions because it has 3 doshas: the Vata or the Vatam, Pitta or the Pittam, and Kapha or the Kapam. These doshas are produced when dhatus or tissues act upon the food we eat. Each body produces a different amount of these doshas for the same quantity of food eaten. This is what makes everybody's body different. When the science of anatomy was confused with different theories in Europe, Acharya Charaka revealed through his innate genius and enquiries the facts on human anatomy, embryology, pharmacology, blood circulation, and diseases like diabetes, tuberculosis, heart disease, etc. Undoubtedly, both have contributed so much of greatness in the medical history during the challenging times. Next time, when you take a medicine or visit a doctor, don't forget to think of these two pioneers of medicine.